Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Saber from the Neighborhod, and I am pleased to bring to you this feature presentation of the Neighborhod versus Tanked for Tua. And for those of you that don't know, Tanked for Tua is one of OneHive's scrimmage clans, so we're going to help them do a little bit of prep for the ESL here. You're probably going to witness us get absolutely smacked, but who knows? Crazier things have happened, right? This is just basically a burner clan that they just made, but as you can see, there's some pretty well-known players in there. Infinity GB, Level 8 Pidgey, Urban Legend, Chubbs, and Smash McHammer. I'd like to thank two guys for setting this up in general. That would be Infinity GB and our guy 2 Chains. 2 Chains, I guess, has a relationship from prior clans with Infinity, and we were able to kind of set up this match. So at some point, the attacks are going to start, and until then, I will kind of just be sitting here, and I will edit out what footage that I can, and we're going to watch all of these attacks, hopefully live. So that's going to be it. Thanks, guys. All right, ladies and gents, we have our first hit. It's Smash McHammer against Big Al. So here we have it live. Looks like he's coming in with an Electron, Yolotron style attack strategy. He's got the Real Champion, and it looks like he's bringing in the Barbarian King at the 9 o'clock angle. He's building his funnel right now. Used a clone spell there and a rage. He still has 2 rages and 3 freezes left. We're going to see some kind of mass dragon attack. Not every day you see the blimp. A lot of people are, have not really been using the blimp as much in light of the siege barracks and the power of the stone slammer. And we got a queen coming in from that 6 o'clock area. So we're going to see basically a big funnel along this side of the base, and then I do imagine the dragons are going to kind of come in from that 3 to 6, the 3 to 6 side, moving basically perpendicularly across the base. In the hope of basically tripling. And we, it looks like as of now, he set a pretty good funnel, and we're going to see what's going to happen. And, okay, I'm losing connection. That was weird. Let's go back and continue watching. Sorry about that, guys. So there we have it. The attack is in progress. He's kind of moving in, got a minute and a half left. He's moving the Lava Hound out of the way to bring in the dragons now. Starts with the balloons, and the balloons are going out in first just to take care of any mines that may pop up, right? Seeking air mines, little red balloons, whatever. And he did pick off 2 or 3 of them there. He has 2 rages, 3 free spells, a poison spell, the warden, and a couple of minions to burn his way through this base. And honestly, we got ground expos going right now because a lot of people were using Yetis. So I got to be straight with you guys. This first one does not look good. It looks like Al is going to go down to Smash McHammer, but it's a little bit early to tell. It could easily happen. Let's see what happens, though. Eagle is down. Dragons are moving through the base. Scattershot cannot do enough damage. Royal Champion moving up. The dragons are facing the Inferno Towers off at the top. Freezes one of the Inferno Towers. Looking all right on that top side. A couple of those dragons are going down. The Hound is moving back over. The Hound could be a kind of dynamic figure against the Royal Champion here and a couple of those dragons if she pops. The top side of the base manages to shred a couple of those dragons. He's got minions for cleanup going down. And now the Hound pops. So the pups come out. And we're going to see how these pups do. It's down to a couple of dragons, guys. Not looking so hot. We might actually defend this first hit. So I know I've kind of burned my own base here, but it does look like it's going to stand at this point, possibly. There are 4 dragons up at this point. It depends on how they get through that last Inferno Tower. But as it stands, he's low on time. This is going to be a defense. So score 1 for the good guys, I guess, right? Not to say that they're the bad guys per se, but I am definitely rooting for my own guys, right? So that's going to be it, it looks like. Al's going to hold. 15 seconds left. These dragons, while this was a really well-planned attack, looks like they kind of got foiled in the middle a little bit, and Al is going to hold against the attack from Smash McHammer. So good job, Al. Number 1 versus number 5. There you have it. 80-ish%, 79%? Yep, 79%. That's the final. Alrighty. I will come back online and get the next one as it happens. All right. David's plan for 2. Let's hear it. I didn't realize the earphones had microphone. Well, they do. I'll turn it off since I can't talk on the train. That makes sense. Okay, so David's looking at 2, guys. So let's see what David's plan is going to be for 2 here. He's going to say Queen Charge from 2. Okay, so Queen charging from the lower side here into that Inferno compartment mostly. And he's going to say King at 3. So the King is going to walk down. So knocking out these trash buildings down here. And the Queen is likely going into the center there. So that means he's kind of targeting the scatter shot here, the Inferno Tower, the Eagle Artillery, and probably the enemy heroes deep in that base. He's going to be under a lot of fire. There are 3 ground expos in there. 2 ground expos, excuse me. Plus the CC. So he's going to bring a couple of rage spells, I assume. And he's going to use a wall wrecker, excuse me, not a jump spell, I guess. So the wall wrecker is going to make some level of difference, I assume.
That'll kind of free up, not use a spell, and allow him to not use wall breakers either. Might even get him into that second level. If the wall breaker gets into the Inferno Tower, that would be the key here. And we're on voice chat right now, but it looks like here we go. We have another attack, guys. So I'm going to cut out of the planning. We have level 8 Pidgey versus Shady Titan. I got an uh-oh feeling in my gut on this one because, as most of you guys know, level 8 Pidgey is kind of an incredible attacker. You've seen him do it again and again for OneHive over time. He's bringing 6 healers to this party with the Queen Charge, a couple of heroes. You're going to see, I imagine, a kind of suicide hero / Queen Charge push towards this Town Hall, and then Hogs on the back end. Having attacked this base myself, this is something that works if well executed, and if it's ever going to be well executed, this would be the guy that would do it. So let's just watch and see what happens. We got the Queen charging in there, 6 healers, and apparently with 6 healers, she's not even going to need a rage spell to deal with this king. That's really impressive. So the Barbarian King is going to go down, it looks like, and the rage spell is going to go down to deal with the Town Hall. Town Hall is not much of a threat for her when she has 6 healers under rage, even though skeleton spells and a little bit of Expo Fire aren't doing enough damage. Bringing in a couple of loons here. That would be your first star. She's going to walk around the edge here. She's kind of just disabling all the traps. That's the first Sam to deal with one of the healers. Air Skelly's come up, and he's charging into the side of a troll base, so this is what you expect. Force the ability pop here, which is another goal of the troll base. The king is going to come down to maybe draw a little bit of fire, and now the queen is frozen. So the question is, how much damage can these expos and scatter shots do while she's sitting there kind of just in the open with dealing with all of those lava pups and the sitting ducks there with the minions and the air skeletons, excuse me. Queen's really low on health, and a nice little rage spell there to save her. Oh, and she goes down. So that's going to throw a wrinkle into things, but he still has 30 hogs and a stone slammer, so he's going to walk the king now, and we're going to see what happens. The single target Inferno locks onto the king there, and he's walking on the edge. The Royal Champion's going to go in. She's going to try and get the single target Inferno, which he might do. DT's base is very weak, as you can see. There's a couple of level 11, and when I say DT, Shady Titan, same person to me. A couple of level 11 cannons there, so there's a good chance this could still be a triple. We just don't know yet. But the enemy queen is standing our queen is still standing, so that is a good sign. Hogs come in from the back end. The Warden is down, and he's coming in with all these hogs. This attack's really going to struggle when it gets to the center, though. There's a queen and a royal champion that have a good shot at dealing a lot of damage to these boys. If the queen charge had gotten a little bit deeper into the base, perhaps he might have pulled this off. Level 8 Pidgey would have. But it's looking like, as of right now, unless the hogs absolutely clear all the defenses and then have enough health to deal with the heroes, which very well could happen. That would be difficult to do, but it could happen. Then this is going to be a 2-star. But there's a lot of hogs left there, so let's see. I mean, like I said, it could happen. So the queen's doing a little bit of work there, as is the world champ. They're picking off those hogs. Unfortunately, poor pigs are going down. Bomb spell goes off there, and that's going to be it for the pigs. And then they turn on the warden and do him in as well, E2 Brute. But that's going to be it for this one. Even if he had the troops there as well, it looks like it's going to be a time fill. So we're down to 10 seconds now, but at this point we're looking at around 80-ish%, 2-star. So that's 3 times now our bases have defended. So pretty happy about that, I guess. We'll see what the rest of the attacks hold. But that's going to be it for that one. All right, so let me see what's going on in my clan chat. We have 29 messages. It's basically everyone just kind of yelling at the attack. Everyone's pretty happy about it. Shady held. He's our weakest link here. What troll base is that, a YouTuber? Yes, it was a troll base we got off of YouTube, I believe. One of Chains' friends, I do believe. But hey, another hold. So that's 3 attacks, 3 defenses so far. And I will let you guys know when the next attack starts. All right, cool. All right, so 29 minutes in. I think it's time for one of us to attack, guys. So let's see. Time for one of us to hit. Who wants the honors? Okay, it looks like David might beat you to it. I think he's cooked and he's going at 2. And that means Shady's going to have whatever's left. So yeah, we're just waiting for David to go in here, guys. Any second now, I imagine, or maybe in a minute or two. We will see. And now we wait. All right. I will spot him. All right. Here we go. David's going in, guys. Yeah, he can hear it. So when he says, like, spot him, like, if he's missing something, let him know. Oh, hold on. They're attacking, so hold off, David. This is Infinity on Fritz, if you don't mind. I'd prefer you guys didn't both attack at the same time just because I'm recording. So here we go, guys. We have Kick Fritz under attack by Infinity GB. Once again, shout out to Infinity. Thanks again for organizing this matchup. Hopefully we're able to help you guys kind of prep for your ESL match a little bit. Coming in with the Queen charge from the side here, using the King to funnel. Coco Loon out in front, drawing any Seeking Air Mines. And he's got using the Baby Dragon on the other side to funnel there. Wallwrecker in here, and it looks like the Queen's going to kind of do a wraparound charge. He used something up there, I didn't quite check what it was, to draw the CC out, and we're dealing with triple Ice Golems, which from a defensive perspective, we are trying to draw out that Queen walk as long as possible and just make it, kind of run its course, protect our defensive heroes in there, and hopefully just generally slow it down. And as it stands, we are a minute into this attack and only 22% down. So that's kind of the idea behind using the Ice Golems in the CC. There's 3 of them, you get a couple of seconds each time, and you just try and slow things down. But so far, this Queen charge is progressing very well. Looks like he's having a little bit of issues there with the healers kind of moving on to the King, but with the King out in front, maybe it's not such a terrible thing. We are moving up through the base, continuing here with Infinity. The Queen is deep in. She's going to drop a jump spell out in front for her. The King and the Queen are both up. King is going to take the jump and target the enemy Queen, our Queen. Royal Champ's going to start working the edge. So there we have it. Queen's getting deeper into the base. The single target finally locks onto the King. The Queen is moving in. She's going to take into this Expo compartment. This is a really great attack by Infinity here. And this one has all the makings of a really dangerous attack. A lot of bases down, 40% of the bases down. And he's got to start his attack soon because he's running low on time. Minute 18 left. The Laloon is down. Here comes the Lalo moving towards the Town Hall. We're moving in a clockwise direction, it looks like. We have the Loon's first Hound pops. The Inferno Tower is targeting those balloons, but the haste spell is going to get them through. Second Hound moving in. The Warden is... Where is the Warden? The Warden's minding his own business out in left field, as unfortunately he's aimed to do occasionally. He's going to get in there and pop the ability on the Town Hall. Town Hall is going to go down, and it's a question of, are there enough balloons to move through these last couple defenses? Well, we're dealing with a single target Inferno Tower. The Queen is still up. Guys, I'm going to call this one. This one's a 3-star. So unfortunately, this is going to be the first 3-star against the HOD today, but this is a great attack by Infinity GB, and if you're trying to learn how to do a Queen Charge Lalo attack, this was absolutely textbook. Maybe this is a little bit tight on time. Some of my guys are saying over voice. We're dealing with about 28 seconds. Wow, actually, this is going to be a time fail. That looked really good, but it is going to be a time fail, it looks like, unfortunately. Or fortunately for us, depending on how you look at it. So, yeah, this is going to be a time fail. It was really close, really good execution, but a couple of those Loons just dropped out at the end there. It looked like he had all the meat and potatoes of the base kind of taken care of, but I guess it wasn't quite enough there. So... we lucked out there a little bit because he out-executed our defense, but sometimes time is your enemy, and that's going to be a 90% 2-star. So, all right, well, it is... we are 4 attacks in and 8 stars, and we haven't seen anything from us today. So, let's see if anyone else's want to go and do it. Hold on. All right, guys, here we go. David and Reese are both in at the same time. Damn it. All right, we got to pick one, so here we go. David is in. We're going to watch David because I know what he's planning. So David's coming in from the top. David is planning a Queen charge, as we talked about. The King is moving down there with a Wizard to bring up the funnel. King is moving a little bit high. Hopefully he moves down. There it is. He's out of the way. No chance of ruining the funnel. Wallwrecker is through the first set of walls. And I'm also going to peek at Reese's attack on a second screen here. And we're just going to kind of see how he's doing. He's also running a Queen charge. But we'll watch a replay of that attack later after the war, most likely, because there's still 5 attacks from the HOD to go. 3 at this point, and 1 from the Tank for Tuat clan. So that Wallwrecker is getting really deep into the base. The Queen is walking a little bit differently than David wanted her to. She's moving around the edge there. And that's unfortunate. It really is. So she's going to snipe up a couple of layers here. She's going to knock out the scatter shot. Going to knock out the Eagle Artillery, but she needs to move back around. So let's see if she takes the correct path and moves back around. But I fear she might lock onto that Lava Hound. Nope, she's actually going to walk around. So here it is. She's walking all the way back around. And she is kind of working her way up. She's going to deal with the Lava Hound. We're getting a little bit low on time now. We're about 1 minute and 55 seconds dealing with all of the pups. The pups are down. She's in a rage spell to try and get her up at full health, right? And she's going to move through all those pups. 1:45. A lot of people say that between 1:45 and 1:30 is when you're going to send in your hogs, and here they are. The hogs are deployed. He's going to use the Earthquake spell any second now on the Town Hall. There it is. He's going to have to use the Warden ability to get through it, save these hogs. There it is. And the Royal Champion is building the path. He's dropping a jump spell for his queen and the last rage on the queen. He makes the decision. She's going to keep her up and alive. He has 2 heal spells left for his boys, and he's just using the Warden ability now. This is looking pretty good, guys. He does have 1 heal spell left, a couple of hogs. It's going to be a little bit tight on cleanup, but the queen is still up, and she's locking onto that scatter shot now. I'm not sure the hogs have enough juice to get back through that back-end scatter, that back-end inferno, but we're going to see here a lot of hogs left. Royal Champ level 20 still moving through the base. This might be a triple, guys. Cleanup's starting to go down. Looking pretty good for David. I don't want to call it too early, but it is looking like a 3-star. This Inferno Tower could do all the damage, but I think this is going to be a 3-star, guys. So it looks like the Hod is going to strike first blood. Oh, that's a bomb. That could have done a lot of damage, but it didn't. Hod is going to strike first blood here. El DeVito taking down level 8 Pidgey, getting us our first 3-star of this match, and giving us a 1-star lead moving into the next couple of raids. So great job, David. I know he's listening on voice right now. I'm sure he's got to be pretty happy with himself, but that was an awesome executed raid. All right, we're going to see, we have Urban Legend here against El DeVito. All right, here it is. So we got the hitting in from the top here, Urban Legend moving with a couple of loons, Baby Dragon and the King, building a funnel. I believe this is actually ironically a clash with Ray's base maybe, or this is the recent base from Lexnos Gaming, I believe. So we're going to see a little bit of a, maybe Tribe Gaming defense, whatever they're willing to publicize, let's say, versus OneHive offense. So let's see how it goes. We got the Ice Golems in the CC coming out. And we have the King kind of dealing with them. He's going to reuse his Rage ability soon enough. We're going to see a combo minor hog attack here, so that's pretty cool. The Queen's going to move in right over that jump spell and move into the Town Hall compartment. She's going to deal with the Town Hall and probably get deeper in there, knock out a couple of Wizard Towers, the Scatter Shot, maybe the enemy Queen if she's fortunate. We do have a Siege Barracks in there also, which could switch if needed, but I'm assuming it's going to be used. And I'm just going to say real quick, let's kind of look at how this base is looking, right? The Queen is moving in there. We're building an angle. I see an L shape, which is something you might normally see with hogs, and maybe she's going to get in a little deeper there. But maybe she's going to use the Siege Barracks to kind of to clear one of the edges, and he's have the Queen clear the other edge, and then the miners and hogs come through the middle. I'm not quite sure right now where he's trying to get that Queen to direct. I think he's possibly trying to get it deeper in there. So there's the Siege Barracks. He is going to use it to clear an edge. And the question is the Queen going to get deep enough into this base for it to matter? And it looks like she's going to walk around the edge. So maybe that's part of the plan, but I'm not sure that it was. The hogs and the miners are going to come down. They're moving in on an edge, so they're going to have to walk basically all the way around this base to pull this off. But this is a really strong attack strategy, so we'll see how it goes. The Royal Champion is with them, and they're moving through a lot of the defenses with ease. Popped the Warden ability and kept everything up through that first round of Eagle shots. Because of that, there's likely not going to be a second round of Eagle shots, at least against the main pack of troops. We're moving pretty well through this base. Here come the hogs out of the Siege Barracks, and they're going to move through slowly, aimed at that in what was, I should say, that air defense, but it's going to be the cannon now because everything's gone. Things are moving pretty well here. The hogs are up. I'm not seeing quite as many miners. I'm not sure what happened to them, but at some point in there, that attack stalled a little bit. So he still does have a couple of heroes, but it looks like this is going to be a 2-star, guys, because somewhere in there, that hog miner pack just kind of evaporated. And while he does have the Queen on the edge here, there's 35 seconds left. There's still 30% of base to go. And unless he pulls off something crazy that I haven't seen before, I think this is going to be a 2-star. So let's watch it out, of course. But it is going to be a 2-star. So 4 for 4 defensively for the Hod so far. Pretty happy about it. Or is that 5 for 5? That might actually be 5 for 5. Well, I guess we'll find out in a second. So the P.E.K.K.A he ends the attack. All right, that is 5 for 5. So those are all 2 stars. So all we have to do to not lose, basically, is 2-star from here on out. So who is next on our QE of folks? Reese is gone and David has gone. So I guess Al is up next. All right, Al is going to go in. I have him on voice right now. And we're going to see how this goes, I guess. All right, so here he is. He's attacking 1 versus 5. We're going to see what happens. These are all burned bases from what I understand. So all of these have been 3-starred before. It's not like you're seeing anything incredible from a OneHive base building standpoint. That's what I was told, at least. So all of these bases have already been used. But still, we're doing all right. We've tripled 1 and got 85% on the second. We're going to see a Warden walk from 12 here. And having considered that I just planned this on voice with Al, the basic plan here is he's going to Warden walk. He's aiming for that Inferno. And then he's going to try and drop a jump spell somewhere on that 10 o'clock block and funnel in there with his Yeti smash attack. He's going to use the King and probably the Siege Barracks to funnel the other edge there. Or maybe the Siege Barrack behind the Yetis. That wasn't quite clear per se, but things are looking pretty well. He's moving in. The King is down. The funnel's starting to look built. Needs to kind of watch out for that elixir storage. That might be the only thing that throws things off a little bit, but he does have a Tesla farm popping, so that could pose a couple of troubles. King is hopefully going to turn and take care of that elixir storage, and he does. And so that was mainly the last thing in the way of the funnel, as long as it goes down in a timely fashion. And there it is, it's down. So here come the Yetis. A couple of healers are still locked onto the Warden. The Warden did get the Inferno. First jump is down. Second jump is going to go down more momentarily. He doesn't want to jump into that Town Hall compartment because that would totally throw the attack too far to the left. He wants to be able to come back to the middle. But there's the jump spell. So he's going to hope that his Yetis kind of stay into the center compartment there, getting frozen up by those Ice Golems. And as we talked about, Ice Golems are really good in the defensive clan castle because they just slow up a central push, right? So we have here the Royal Champion has not yet been deployed, so not sure where we're going to see her, but we will see her eventually. He's saving her in the event that for some reason he doesn't get the Town Hall. He can use her with a Slammer. Here comes the Siege Barracks. A couple of P.E.K.K.A.s and the Queen are going to lock onto the Town Hall here, and the P.E.K.K.A. is going to walk the edge. He will have Hogs coming out the edge with the Royal Champion, I imagine, looking like maybe from the 6 or 9 angle. There she is at 9. So the Royal Champ is going to take point here. This is not looking like a 3-star attack at this point, guys, but he will get a pretty high percentage 2-star. He does have a couple of abilities left here with the Royal Champion, a couple of loons, some Hogs to be deployed, but the attack just stalled in the middle a little bit. And so that's going to be it, unfortunately. It does look like he will get, as always, a good bit of percent at the end here, but there's not quite enough push to take this for 3. But again, this is a well-designed base, so props to the guys over there that designed a good base, and props to Al for making it an interesting attack. Although this might be a little bit closer than I gave him credit for. That Royal Champion is doing a little bit of damage down there, and there's not really any massive point defenses. They're going to walk the edge, though, and it, like I said, it's not going to be 3, but we're probably looking at maybe a mid-80s on the 2-star, 82, maybe 83. P.E.K.K.A.'s left. A couple of the cleanup troops are starting to drop here. 81 there, maybe we'll get 82, maybe 83. But that's gonna be it. So good try for Al there. And we got 2 attacks left, and let's see what they bring. So yeah, that's gonna be it. All right, guys. So it is currently 7-10, 3 attacks to 5 attacks. They are all out of attacks. What we need is 2 2-stars here, and we will clinch an 11-10 victory against Tanked for Tua. So the question is, what's going to go on here? So let's move on, and I think the next person up is Kick Fritz. So we will see his hits shortly. And then we have Shady, and I think Shady is going to be the last hit of the day. Unfortunately, I was not able to participate in this war because I am in a war in our other clan for heroes down, and I gemmed my heroes and everything, but I'm in a war, and you can't be in a war and a friendly war at the same time. So that's going to be that. But basically for the next 12 minutes, we're waiting on Fritz and Shady, and that's going to be it. All right. Shady Titan live. All right, guys, so change of plans here. Shady is going before Al. If he pulls off a 2-star here, Al will need a 2-star to clinch a W. If he pulls off a 1-star, well, things get a little bit tighter, as I imagine they will have the percentage advantage due to a couple of great attacks down the edge there. So there we have it, starting with a Warden walk at the 9 o'clock angle and the King up at 12. The question is, how will his second level funneling happen? Because that's going to be the key here, guys. It's pretty easy to funnel into a ring, but then once you get into the ring, how do you keep your troops from walking around, right? So you're going to see the King go in here. King's walking around the edge. He's sending in a whole bunch of wall breakers in there, so he's trying to get the King into this ring, but unfortunately it looks like the King is going to walk. Didn't quite set the funnel for the King well enough, so that's going to be a little bit of a problem. It looks like the Warden is moving back towards the center, though, so he's going to use a P.E.K.K.A. in place of the King to clear that edge a little bit. That'll at least get his troops into the second level of the ring. The hard part, though, will be getting from that second level into that town hall where there is a little bit of gap. So ideally, that's where he needs to place his jump spell probably, and maybe let these troops kind of hack through a little bit. So there comes the first jump spell. It's a little bit open. Oh, I didn't realize he had all those earthquake spells. But so earthquake spells are going to open this up. So this should be a 2-star, barring any acts of God or stupid walking from the troops. But he's moving in there. A lot of heroes. Rage spell up there. A couple of heroes and healers moving in there also. Warden needs to get his butt over to the center. All of the troops just evaporated there. But the queen is going to lock onto the town hall, and that's going to lock the 2-star. Shady's attack did not quite go to plan here. It lost the queen in the middle of her ability from the Eagle Artillery. Send it in the back-end hogs. He does have a heal left. He's going to need to use it here soon. Warden ability, very late in my opinion, but still pretty good. Dealing with a couple of hogs here. He is attacking from a train station, so keep that in mind, guys. Rage spell going down. Moving through those last couple defenses there. But again, this is looking like a pretty solid 2-star, not a 3-star. Things did not quite go to plan in the center there. The Yetis kind of evaporated. But yeah, solid 2-star from Shady Titan. We're going to see the Warden, not the Warden, the World Champion ability here in a second. A couple more cleanup troops going down around the edge to pick off percentage, but we're looking at probably mid to low 60s. Not the best attack, but solid. Definitely got the job done. So good try, Shady. And we will see what Fritz has to do to clinch the W. And we'll be looking at the Neighborhod taking a win over Tanked for Tua in this friendly war. So I'm not going to watch the last 35 seconds of this archer here. All right. Queen's coming in the bottom dark barracks. Are you using him to funnel the bottom or the top? At 9, there's a weakness in the base. You see the cannon. If you knock out the cannon with balloons, the spell factory will go down also. So if you drop two balloons on the cannon, and then I'd start the king on the top side of the barracks, right above that, and he'll definitely go cannon, storage, and then up that way. And maybe a wizard from the corner to help him, but that might be unnecessary. That's up to you at that point. Oh, someone's farm. Is someone on the clock? I have the clock on my other account, so we have 2 minutes on the clock. Tesla farm. If I was a Tesla farm, where would I be? Yeah, I wonder if it's at 6. Yeah. Yeah. That should do it. You just need to make sure that if the cannon and the spell factory go down, you're gonna need like maybe a little bit more to get through that layer with the elixir storage and the barracks right above them. But if all that goes down, I think the queen will kind of shoot up and then walk her way back down. So that should be it. All right, guys, we have Cake Fritz in live, so let's see what's going on here. He's going to start with the queen charge, and his goal here, we just talked about the plan, is he kind of wants to just walk the queen around the edge. So he's going to use 2 loons here. As we talked about, this is one of those mistakes in a base, right? Where the cannon right next to a trash building, both will go down. And that's exactly what happens. 2 balloons takes care of both, and he's effectively now broken the ring of this base. He's using the wizard there and a baby dragon to funnel the 6 o'clock edge. And one of the big discussions on this base was, where is the Tesla farm? Our best guesses were either 6 or 12, and it looks like it's not at 6, so we're not quite sure where it is. Queen's going to walk around the edge here. Her healers are in a little bit of danger once that town hall activates if she walks around this edge. But first, she's got to deal with the ice golems here. So the ice golems always do slow down a queen charge. This is a good use of defensive CC, as always, by Infinity GB. Gotta love when whoever's team they're on makes a good strategical decision. It's fun to look at. Got a couple of archers coming down on the corner there for Al, starting his cleanup early. And once this last ice golem goes down, he's going to just make sure that his funnel's set a little more. The king is moving at the top there, and the queen is going through. He's going to have to freeze the town hall because the ice golems, the healers were being targeted there. King is going to move through, and here come the miners. So so many miner attacks that we've showed before on the channel, the idea is funnel one side, funnel the other side, make a straight pathway down the middle, and we just basically steamroll the base. So the miners are in. Queen is popping her ability. She's banging on a wall because that's what queens do. I'm sorry if there's a little bit of background noise. I'm kind of in a noisy environment right now, but doing my best. So here we have it. The healers are now that the queen has passed. passing on to the miners, freezing there the queen, the scatter shot, and the eagle artillery. Lots of miners moving in there. Warden ability now. They're going to move through the queen, get down the scatter shot. Looking pretty okay at this point. Hogs coming in from the back. Heal spell going in at the top. Not really sure if they have enough juice to get through everything here, but they do have a good bit of juice left still. There's still a heal spell left, but there's a lot of Inferno Towers that in the ability for the World Champion was already used. It's looking like it's going to be close. There's a lot of miners, but it's going to be close. There's still an Inferno up. There's still a scatter shot up. A couple of Hogs hipping around there, but not quite enough. Not sure yet, to say what's going to happen. The miners are moving in. The World Champion's going to go down. Our friendly World Champion's still up. It's starting to look like maybe this might be a 3-star, but, as I said, don't want to call it too soon. 89%, 36 seconds left. This corner of the base is where all the action is. Miners are going to move through. It looks like this is going to be a triple, so we're going to lay 2 triples down tonight. Last bomb, is it going to leave enough miners up to move through? Yes, it is. Warden is up 98%, 99%. That's going to be a 3-star. So good looks for Al there. That's going to be 2 trips. Alrighty, so that's going to be it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. That was a friendly war versus Tanked for Tua, which, as you can see in the description here, is the OneHive scrimmage clan. And hopefully we gave them a decent run for their money and, pulled off a little bit of success for ourselves. So thanks again for watching. This is Saber from the Neighborhod. If you're interested in this content, please like, subscribe, yada, yada, yada. Thanks and have a great day.